Okay, let's set the scene. You know that one coworker who's obsessed with stealing your ideas, gaslighting the boss, and microwaving fish in the break room like it's a personality trait? Meet Tyler, the human equivalent of a participation trophy with a LinkedIn account. He'd take credit for your work, throw you under the bus in meetings, and once accidentally forwarded your salary to the entire team. But when he got promoted to manager, oh, honey, karma came dressed as me. It all started on a Tuesday. The boss gathered us for an exciting announcement. Tyler stood there grinning like he'd just won a Nobel Prize for mediocrity. Tyler's stepping up as team lead. Cue the world's fakest applause. My soul left my body. But then Tyler winked at me and said, "Don't worry, I'll mentor you." Mentorship? More like menace. I spent that night rage eating ice cream and plotting my revenge, but not the illegal kind, the petty kind. Phase 1. Document every thing. Next time, how I turned Tyler's ego into his downfall, and why you should never trust a man who says synergy, unironically. Tyler's first act as boss? Scheduling a 7 a.m. meeting to align our vision. His vision? A PowerPoint with Comic Sans bullet points and a clip art trophy labeled Tyler's Big Win. I raised my hand. Shouldn't this deck include actual data? He froze like a buffering YouTube video. Then came the micromanaging. He'd hover over my desk, mansplain spreadsheets, and CC himself on every email, even my lunch order. Just keeping things transparent. Transparent, sir? You're a screensaver of cringe. But the best part? Tyler's first big project. He volunteered us for a client pitch, due tomorrow. When I said it was impossible, he smirked. Guess you're not a team player. Joke's on him. I stayed late, nailed the presentation, and let Tyler present it as his work. Because phase 2 was already in motion. Let him dig his grave. Next time, the client meeting that blew up in Tyler's face, and why you should always check the Zoom chat. The big day arrived. Tyler strutted into the Zoom call like he owned Microsoft Teams. He started rambling about leveraging core competencies while I sipped coffee in the background, waiting for the chaos. Halfway through, the client interrupted. "Can you explain slide 7? The math doesn't add up." Tyler's smile faltered. Sam handles numbers," I unmuted. Actually, Tyler insisted on final edits. Let me pull up the original slides. Cue the world's most awkward silence as my correct data flooded the screen. The client said, "We'll stick with Sam's version." Tyler's face turned purple. Afterward, he cornered me. "You sabotaged me," I shrugged. "Karma's a better multitasker than you." Next time, how Tyler's lies unraveled, and why HR found 37 complaints in his desk drawer. Tyler's reign of terror peaked with a team-building retreat, aka a mandatory hike where he accidentally left me off the carpool list. But while he flexed his $5 Walmart compass, I was home compiling a dossier. Screenshots of him taking credit for my work, voicemails of him bad-mouthing the boss, a glitter bomb he'd rigged for Karen's birthday. Yes, really. I dropped it all in HR's inbox with a bow. Happy auditing. The next day, Tyler was called into a meeting. He emerged pale, muttering, "This is bullsh," before security escorted him out. Turns out, his promotion required lying on his resume. Shocker. Next time, the epic exit interview, and why the office threw a party with confetti cannons. With Tyler gone, the office breathed again. The boss promoted me to clean up his mess. First move? Renaming the conference room No Fish Zone and banning Comic Sans. But the real victory? Tyler's LinkedIn update, seeking roles that value integrity and teamwork. I commented, "LOL, best of luck," and blocked him. Then HR slid into my DMs, "Want to lead sensitivity training?" I said yes, and made everyone watch Mean Girls for case studies. Next time, life after karma, and why you should always be the Regina George in your story. Moral of the story? Toxic coworkers want you to snap. But the best revenge is outshining them so hard they combust. Tyler's selling Herbalife now. The boss quit to find himself, aka escape embarrassment. And me? I'm mentoring interns on how to politely destroy egomaniacs. Drop your toxic coworker tales below. Let's trauma bond over tacos. Smash like if you've ever daydreamed about HR revenge, and subscribe for more tales of petty justice. Stay unbothered, fam. I reread the email, my heart pounding in my chest. This wasn't just about Mr. Perfect and his bad behavior anymore. This was about a whole system trying to protect itself. They weren't worried about doing the right thing. They were worried about damage control. I sat there in shock. I couldn't believe what I was reading. This email was proof that HR wasn't just ignoring the problem, they were actively covering it up. But that wasn't even the worst part. As I scrolled down the email chain, I saw another name pop up in the conversation. Roger had CC'd someone else, Tom, the head of HR. So Janice wasn't the only one involved in this cover-up. It was a whole group of people just trying to sweep the problem under the rug. I was fuming. I had always known something was off, but now I had concrete proof that HR wasn't just failing to protect us, they were actively working against us. And it made me question everything I had believed about the company and the people in charge. I took a screenshot of the email and saved it to my phone, just in case I needed it later. I knew I had to be careful, but I couldn't let this go. So I did what anyone would do in a situation like this. I called up my best friend, Rachel, to vent. I needed someone to process this mess with. When I told Rachel what I had found, she went silent for a moment. Then she said, "Girl, you have to go public with this. You can't let them get away with it." She was right. If I kept this to myself, nothing would ever change. This wasn't just about Mr. Perfect anymore. It was about the entire system that was protecting bad bosses and making everyone else suffer. But here's the thing. Going public with this was going to complicate everything. It wasn't just about getting my revenge on Mr. Perfect anymore. It was about risking my career, my reputation, and potentially starting a war with the company. I was at a crossroads. This is where it gets really interesting, guys. Things are starting to heat up, and I'm about to make a huge decision. Stay tuned, because the next part will have you on the edge of your seat. If you think you know what happens next, trust me, you don't. If you've ever had a moment where you found something out at work that completely changed the game, drop a comment below. I want to know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on what happens next. This story is far from over, and it's about to take a major turn.
Time drifts away, feel the night sway, linger in the calm, starlit dreams stay.